to knock off your toupee. I took it on the Monday and passed out on the Tuesday. Come down my one way, we'll bless you like it's a Sunday. We keep it funky with game, willing the gun. Niggas get paper, then they talk freely, thinking they Bossellini. Don't know the dues and the labors that it costs to be me. Been in the hood since they sold weed in front of beefies. The early 90s, I used to box with my homie Kitty. Indian chief in the hood.
All right. Great hoop, great motherfucking money. I ain't putting on my though. They gonna see my face swam on that bitch.
Drain money, dummy, you know that I gotta brag. I'm a young fly nigga, be popping a lot of tags. I make it rain, bitch, mistake me for Mother Nature. Snake skin buck, my Murray's is alligator. She wink, she'll fuck her dime, I gotta get her. Under pressure, niggas be folding like caterpillars, but I count bread, but my legs is paper chasers. MOB, but my bitches is
Don't introduce yourself, let them know who you is, where you from, and tell the people everything you want them to know about you.
Yeah, man. This Ace Little, man, coming from off Parkside, 800, man. You know, Chicago Avenue, man. You know, started off, man, like I said, from the trenches, man. You know, from the bottom of the barrel. You know, we came up for nothing. You know, like you know. So I'm just here to tell my story.
Already. So before you moved to the Austin area, what part of Chicago was you in?
Actually, man, I was in another state. You know, I was in another state. Actually, I had moved down to Chicago and you know got into a little situation or whatever. So I ended up moving on, making a long story short, I moved on Parkside. So where I was living at, I was so young. I moved on Parkside and I was like 9, so I ain't know shit about the street. So at the end of the day, shit, that was my jump off the porch.
Okay. So what was your first impression of the area when you first arrived? Tell me your first experience.
Um, Shit, what man? I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Goddamn it, yo ass playing with paint guns. Goddamn it, we playing in the alley. Goddamn it, you shot me with a paint gun. Goddamn it, I was goddamn it looking like man, what the fuck going on? And once I realized we was all just you know paint gun fighting, we was all playing. So I thought of I thought of being as a you know the trenches, man.
Hell yeah, I
Right
remember
away.
that shit was crazy. We had some epic paintball wars on the block though, for real.
That's what I'm saying. You know, we used to have a paintball fight. You know, and me personally, when I first got there, I thought the shit. I'm like, damn, it's cool. I'm seeing niggas hanging out the roof, but we wasn't shooting bullets. We was shooting paint guns. You know what I mean? And I got excited about the shit. You know, I was kind of mad about the couple days. I'm like, fuck it. You know, I say because you know anything that happened in that area that made me tough. That made me who I am today.
About your experience, what's one of the craziest things you seen growing up out west? It could be anything.
Man. No, I mean a lot of shit I can't talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, because I know we got you know what I'm saying ears listening. But man, I mean you know,
Yeah, we gonna keep it PG-13 for him.
right? Exactly. PG-13 wise, man. Growing up in the slums, man. The shit I saw was that, you know, like I said, man, I had a lot of guys that was my role models, but they really wasn't, you feel me, guide me in the right way. It was more in the wrong way. But I can't fault them because, you know, obviously I guess that's how they grew up. You know, it took me to go from to another state almost, or go out of town, you know, to experience, you know, the right way to living. So I'ma just say, you know, the worstest thing I felt, man, was just a lot of brothers mislead, you know, a lot of young brothers that didn't even have a chance to know what the positive was.
Hell yeah, I felt that from the bottom of my soul. But all right. So what's one of the most positive experiences you?
You know what I'm saying? The positive is that, you know, like I said, you know, I made out the trenches, man. You know, I'm a legit business owner. You know, you can check me out, you know, landscaping. You know, I got my landscaping company or whatever going. So, like, you feel me? My positive was that, you know, I know how to be a boss now. You know, I always looked at, you know, people who was like hustling and, you know, people who was basically like, you know, putting me on or whatever. And I'm looking like, I don't want to be the one, you know what I'm saying, putting another motherfucker. No, I mean, not putting them on, but I don't want to be the person that's holding the power. I want to be the person that's giving it. You see what I'm saying? So I used to look at them like, what you doing and mastermind what they got going on, because I wanted to be them. I didn't want to be myself at the time, but I had to crawl before I walk.
Hell yeah. You definitely got to crawl before you walk. And anything you want to do, you got to be willing to put in the work to get there. So, special event of your life that made you leave the hood.
Man, I'm gonna keep it 1,000, man. Seeing my close homies, you know what I'm saying, pass away, man, and like I said, man, this one big one, man, that I'ma always say, what I'm saying, R.I.P. my homies, Reach, you know what I'm saying, R.I.P. my homies, what I'm saying, I always respected that, R.I.P. my best homies, but it took me to see one of my closest friends, I just dropped him off in my car, whatever, you feel me, and I come back, you know what I'm saying, like he dead and gone, and it's like I had a conversation with him and he was like, man, we finna leave the hood for we like, man, we need to get up out of here, you know what I'm saying? Cause this shit ain't for us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we need to go ahead, find us, a lane. And it's like he died, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I felt like, man, he couldn't do it, so I'm gonna do it for him. So I had to get out here and find my way on my own, man.
And how old was you the first time you experienced death?
Man, I was 12 years old, man. Like I said, it's historic. I said I was like 13 years old, man. I had, what I'm saying, I had caught a case. I had ran away from Gateway, right? You know what I'm saying? I had caught a little case or whatever, out there hustling or whatever. And I was in a little Gateway or whatever program, the Audi Home, so and shit. So I had ran away, I'm ran away like, fuck y'all, you know what I'm saying? They let me go. So you feel me? So I'm on the block kicking it, you feel me? On the block kicking with the guy, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. We posted up, you feel me? We trapping, so whatever. We kicking it, we see the females, I'm so young, I couldn't get in no clubs. So I had to go find the house parties and find out, what was going on, find my own lane. So I end up basically running into a party. I see all, what I'm saying, the peeps or whatever. I see what's going on. Some type of disagreement happened, a fight break out, somebody didn't like another person, you feel me? And it led to the point where, one minute I see a beam, next minute I see dude drop, you feel me? I see somebody drop, feel me? I ain't know, I heard a shot, I see him drop, you feel me? I ain't know what was going on. All I hear the female, she's shaking him, and as she's shaking him, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Blood coming out his mouth, you know what I'm saying? He dead, you feel me? So 14 years old, I just saw the man talking one minute, next minute he was gone. And that was normal. That's normal in my hood. You see what I'm saying? So it's like shit.
Yeah, I was just
It was
about to
nothing.
next question. And seeing something like that so traumatizing as a young age, do you think that desensitized you to violence, or do you think it just kind of numbs you to feelings all the way around? How does experience something like that at that stage in your development? How did you see it then
Man,
and it now?
man, when I man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I use drugs to try to block it out. So, I went to, popping pills and smoking weed so much that you feel me that it was kind of blocking it out. But it fucked me up, because it's like when I'm going to other states and I'm seeing other kids growing up and they like, oh, I want to go to Disney's World, I want to go to Great America, you know what I'm saying? Them one of my type of goals, and you one of my type of. My goal was to stay alive and to make it to 18. So I can't really tell you that, you feel me, that I had the best childhood, but that's why I got, that's why I ain't gonna make it. That's why I want to get my voice out here and let these kids know, y'all out here, y'all seeing what this, y'all letting people guide y'all the right way, but at the end of the day, they're not guiding y'all the right way. You gotta find the right way and the wrong way first. So when you say you see a person that's a lame, that's going to school, that's going to college, that's got books in this motherfucking book bag, that's the motherfucker you need to follow, because the rest of the motherfuckers gonna lead you to some that you ain't go that's gonna traumatize
Yeah, so I had a question that I want to pose to you. So I was thinking. So, do you think that the people you associate with and your friends that you or your friends, your brothers, your associates, are y'all friends and associates by default, or did you choose these people to be your friends? And why I ask this is because it's just this thought that this thing I just been asking people like, so because you could be dropped anywhere in the world, right? So if you was dropped somewhere else, would those be the same people you associate with? If you had an option, do you think you would have chose those same people to associate with?
No, no, for sure, no. If I had an option, no, I would have always been, I would have always moved my option up, but I always had a loyalty, you know what I mean? Like I said, I've been representing what I've been representing, since I was 14, you feel me? And I ain't, I done been around every gang in the world, you feel me? And I ain't gonna never deny, you know what I mean, what I got going, but you feel me? So I always had loyalty. I don't know if it come from my mama or my daddy side, because I never met my daddy, but so my loyalty would have been wherever they landed me at, I would have been there. You see what I'm saying? I would have had to adapt to that system, and that was what I had to adapt to.
Yeah, because I was thinking that, bro. Like, were those both coming from the Department of Family Services?
It's wherever we was at. If they would have got me in Oak Park,
That was
you
my.
feel me? They would have got me in goddamn it, you feel me? Melrose Park, Bellwood, Maywood, you feel me? Wherever I would have landed at, I would have adapted to that environment. And unfortunately, you feel me, I adapted to the park side, you know what I'm saying? 800, I mean 900, you feel me? 800, 900 environment. And shit, it's the trenches. When niggas say the trenches, I don't know what they talking about. Cause I don't, if it ain't nothing like how my trenches was.
Hell no. So, what? Give me a park side story, man. What? Tell me something.
Man, how many you want, man? I mean, we can go all day with Parkside. I mean, I was out there every day, but I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say something, because R.I.P. my homie, man, and I'm gonna have to, put him in this, because, like I said, my homie Phil Pepper, R.I.P. man. I'm gonna describe this time I had with him, man, because it was some funny shit, man. Like I say, he had the B-Ville. We used to be sliding up the block every day in the B-Ville. You feel? We see Ville pull up in the V-Ville. Everybody, you feel me? Joe, who out the band? Ville in the V-Ville, in the B-Ville. You feel me? So, like, we slide in the B-Ville. He always, you feel me? Fuck with me. I'm a shorty at that. I'm like 12 years old. I ain't even know what the fuck. I ain't even know what weed was. You feel me? And he, man, shorty, you good? Shorty, we high. We killing. Woo. You know what I'm saying? Always about bread. So, like, man, one day, you feel me? I ain't even know about the hood, so we riding. We all went on motherfucking 15th, 16th, some motherfucker well in Homan. I'm like, man, what the fuck? I ain't never even been out the hood. That's how much we been. You feel me? So it's like I ain't even been out the hood. I'm like, Joe, where the fuck we at? And shit, you feel me? And my homie VP, you feel me? Like I said, Joe, he bail out the cop, man, shorty, go out the man, he off this shit. We just off the shit, but I just felt, that's the first time that I actually like felt like, I had people outside of my real family, that held me and made sure I was decent, you feel me? He made sure we got back on the block, made sure I got back to my crib, you feel me? And we was in the car and I was felt like I ain't know what I thought I was in a whole another side of the world. So I'm gonna say, like, you feel me? It's some real ones, man. But it's also, if I would have knew the other way, to college and go to school and be do right by your grandma way, I might have would have took that way. You feel me?
Hell yeah. And so, what do you think that can be done now to help change pushing forward with the way things are going today?
Man, now I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It's a lot of it's a lot of loose screws going on, man, and it's a lot of what I'm saying. It's a lot, misguidance. And and I ain't gonna put nothing out there. Like I said, we gonna keep this shit PG-13, but it's just a lot of bloodshed where that should never be the same. But I can remember when it was the same. And that's only a memory.
If you could say something to all the shorties out there in the world before they get ready to pick those guns up and to go on those drills, what would you tell them?
Man, I would tell y'all, man, y'all gotta think first, man, and just know one day you gotta have a family, one day you gotta have a mama, one day you gotta have a wife, and one day you gotta have a kid, man. So anytime you pick that gun up and you shoot somebody, you put that gun to their head, just know that's somebody baby and that's somebody grandson, that's somebody that's important. And when you take that person's life, just know yours on the countdown.
Yeah, I got a new statement for that. I call it making decisions with temporary emotions as lifetime decisions.
For a permanent decision, right? Exactly. You making a temporary, you getting angry about something, and it's making a temporary decision, and it's gonna be a permanent. It's gonna be a permanent that you got to deal with. And trust and believe karma, a bitch, man. And man, listen, I got bullet wounds right now on my stomach that I can show a motherfucker. Like, I got a zip on me, So I ain't talking about none that I ain't did. You feel me? I had two bullet holes in my stomach, so I'm right now wearing a zipper.
So, what can we expect from you coming up in the next few months or the next years? What you
Man, be looking out, be looking out. Like I said, be looking out, Mr. Leon Landscaping, man, and snow removal. Be looking out for that. Anywhere I'm worldwide. I got my page right now. I'm finna start this new moving company. Hazel Moving and Sons. Man, come check me out. I'm gonna be somewhere in the South, man. I'm gonna do a moving company, so I'm gonna come move whatever you gotta go. So just be looking out for the kid. I'm a young CEO right now. I got my own business, got my LLC. So I could take this, and say I made something positive out of something that really shit was negative.
Hell yeah. So I'm gonna ask you a question. If they walked up to you and said, "Hey, Mr. Ace, I got $100,000 for you. You got to spend this $100,000 to improve the inner youth in Chicago." How would you spend this $100,000?
Oh man, I'm going straight to the listen. First of all, I'm getting a boys and girls club. I'm going to all the urban communities. I mean, I can go to the Austin Town Hall. I know everybody know what that is, coming from the land. And I'm gonna put all that money, and I'm gonna develop everything I can. Put more schools out there, and I'm gonna start knocking some of them liquor stores down and start building more schools, man, and more learning centers. So that way the kids can go in there, free Wi-Fi, whatever. Go in there, give them snacks, give them some refreshments or something. You know, I'm with all that.
And speaking of education, how do you feel about the Chicago school system? Like, you came through the Chicago school system. Do you feel that it was an adequate school system? Like, do you feel like it prepared you for life, or do you feel like it just didn't quite get you ready?
I'm gonna say cause of my influence and cause of cause of what I was around, and back then I didn't know what the difference was, a leader and a follower. So I just, did what my friends did. I wasn't even paying, like, I was mostly bad in school. So me personally, I never paid attention because I was always influenced by my friends, and I didn't know the difference between a follower and a leader. I just know, these my friends, I'm gonna be loyal to them until I, had to find out, that everybody ain't your friend, and your friend will kill you.
Most definitely. So, with your education programs, would you want to open up traditional education programs? Would you be interested in more like the financial literacy side? Like, what?
No, me personally, I do a tutoring program. I do something called Boys and Men. I do basically do, like, real street guys like me getting out of prison or however they going, especially if they, trying to do a positive act. And I start a tutoring program. That way they can help these kids that's growing up. They can show them from their experience that they already experienced. And, they can show them where you trying to go. I've been already. And maybe it might help a couple of them, but it ain't going to help all of them. So I do a tutoring program.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. That definitely look like something we should try to get into works.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So yeah, in that
$1 million.
order, yeah, yeah. And like I say, free and free Ty, man. He on his way home, man. Free Ty, man. He on his way up out that cell, man. He been doing, he been battling his demons, man. But I think he ready, man. So free Ty, man. That boy finna get out. He gonna have a cast on here too, though, man. So stay tuned.
Yeah, free TY, man. Y'all already know what time it is. I was actually taking it into consideration, man. I was thinking we might want to do some voices from behind the wall, get some incarcerated brothers on here and
Man,
try.
I got that. I got that already. Yep, I got that in the making already. Like I said, if I still got bread, I'm gonna keep some bread on my phone. Let Cuz drop some numbers off. Cuz been in there for a minute. We could definitely make it shake, Joe. Like I said, this is what I do, man.